Hi guys, Alex Taylor down here at Living Golf Academy, and today we're testing the new Taylormade P770 irons.
Right then guys, so we've got the Taylormade P770 iron. So we can see in the back, it's a very clean looking golf club. We can see though forged, got a little bit of tungsten down in the bottom just to drag that centre of gravity a little bit lower. Still enough of a kind of undercut in there though that there's going to be a bit of forgiveness. It's kind of thinnish top line. Not necessarily the thinnest on the market, but certainly looks a bit more like a blade, and kind of just a very, very clean looking golf club and a great looking iron.
Okay then guys, so we can see there's still technology in these, but certainly aimed to fit the eye of the better player, giving a little bit more forgiveness. But we've got 7-iron here. I've got the KBS Tour C Taper stiff shaft. I've got 2 degrees upright, ½ inch longer, so my spec. I've just tested the M1 iron. That's already on my channel. So if you haven't watched that, go and watch, because they're not necessarily aimed at the same player. I think this is definitely more thinner top line, less technology in the head with no face slots and sole slot. But it'd be interesting to see how this performs compared to M1, because if I was looking for irons, they'd probably be the 2 in Taylormade's range that I'd be looking for. So we've got 6 wheel balls on GC2. We're going to hit some shots, give you some feedback on kind of feel and how it performs. Then we're going to look at some numbers and see if the P770 is something that might be in your bag. So when you look down behind the ball, it kind of looks much more like a blade, but certainly a little bit longer across the blade. So there's a 750 iron as well, which they talk about the length of the blade. One's 75 millimeters, one's 770. So this looks just like a slightly oversized blade for me when I sit it behind the ball, but it is nice. And the face slots on the other irons kind of frame the ball, but it's a very clean look behind the golf ball. Now, loft of this 7-iron is 33 degrees, so not strong. It is relative to what I know 7-iron, but not strong when you think about some of the stuff. I mean, M1 is 30.5, so I'm expecting that to produce different distances, different spin, and maybe a slightly different flight. But looks fantastic. Let's see how it feels and how it performs. So soft. So just set off a little bit right. Kind of pitching over 160, but yeah, I mean, because that's a forged head compared to a cast head, just completely different sensation off the face, and kind of this is the feeling you guys will know from watching my videos. I grew up using forged irons, so I love the way that feels. That feels incredible off the face. Didn't quite get that one, so a little bit toey. So it'll be interesting to see how that performs. Quite a drop off on that one. So not one of my best swings, but for me it's also important to see how they perform in a drop off for a strike. So let's try and hit these next few a little bit more solid. Better strike. Just turning over a little bit. Pitching around about 160. But yeah, I mean, sensation wise, lovely. For me, not tested 750 yet, but out of all the Taylormade irons for 2017, this is the one that feels the nicest that I've tested. Definitely feels like it kind of launches the ball a little bit higher, maybe hits it a little higher. But again, some good distance numbers. And let's get a set. Shot number 5. Big chunky one. Just wonder whether I went after that one a little bit. Yeah, not good. Not a good strike. And let's go one final one with the 770. Left that one out there a little bit. Again, around about that 150. Okay then guys, so I don't know whether, maybe the strikes aren't that bad to be fair when I look at the face, but certainly not nearly as forgiving as kind of some of the other products on the market from Taylormade. But let's go and look at some numbers and see how P770 performs. Okay, so certainly for me, I'm going to take the two very, very poor strikes off. I mean, before we do, we can look at kind of my good solid ones. You would say a kind of around 160 carry. But you can see 136, 138, quite a big drop off for one that's not necessarily the worst strike in the world. But if we take those off, we can see ball speed of nearly 116 mile an hour, which isn't too bad. Quite a bit back on some of the models out there, but we'd expect that with the change of loft. Launching it higher at 21 degrees, and it did look like that. Spinning at 6,500. So the spin characteristics are very much where we'd expect with a 33 degree 7-iron. Peak height 36 yards, so hitting it nice and high. 158 as my average. Again, decent carry I think for a loft of that 7-iron. Okay then guys, so what do I think about P770? It's going to be more forgiving than the 750 because the head's bigger, there's kind of the technology in there is going to make it more forgiving. But I think if you're looking for something that gives you a bit more help, there's possibly other stuff that Taylormade do and other manufacturers do that's going to be more forgiving than that. Do I love the look and feel of it? Absolutely, absolutely love that. Not sure with the amount I play, which will sound daft, that I could get away with a 3, 4 and 5 iron in something like that. Distance wise, I think it was okay for that loft, and I think the height it hit the ball and the spin it had, I think it was incredible. But it's a great set of irons, and any good player looking for that little bit more forgiveness than maybe a blade would give, P770 is definitely an option. Is it worth trying them? It's always worth trying. Get fitted, end up going for whatever you hit the best. So guys, as ever, really appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos. Follow me on the social media platforms if you don't already. Subscribe to the channel. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here in the future. Stay in contact.